What's good, glam gang? Welcome back. My name is Tehja, and today is episode 2 of 14 Days of a TEEZY Valentine. Today we will be making a mini vintage Chanel heart bag. If you want to treat yourself this Valentine's Day, this is a perfect easy beginner DIY to do. So if you'd like to know how to make your own, please keep on watching to the end of this video. For the bag that we're going to be using, I'm using this heart bag. It's really tiny. This is the only heart bag I could find that wasn't like $40. This was only $15. And so it has a bow in the front, which we'll take off, and then a flat back. And then it does come with a, it's like a zipper here, and it does come with a chain to use as a handle. And it's actually perfect because I think the original one has a chain as well. Let's move on to converting this Amazon bag into a Chanel bag. So I have the bag here, and so what we're going to do is take off this bow. I don't know how, it looks like it's glued on, but we'll see. I know that you can just pull this right out because it's freaking cheap. And then I'm just going to use my seam ripper because I think it's sewed on. It might be glued on as well, but I'm just going to kind of carefully take it out. So I have this quilted black like fabric sheet that I got because you know those like stay-at-home moms that make those cute bows for them infant babies. So like they're made out of like different like fabric sheets. Like that's super popular on Etsy right now, which usually pisses me off because I can never find full yards of the fabric that I need. Is always in these like fabric square thingies, but it works in this instance because I don't want like a whole roll of this because this will cost about $20. All right, so what I am going to do, I'm going to flip this over. I know it's like linty because it's like a felt back, but I'm going to place the bag on top of the fabric face down, and then I'm going to take a Sharpie. Now I'm taking a Sharpie, especially a blue one, because it has like this iridescent kind of look when you use it on black, and so that will help you see. If you have like a chalk pen or anything that will stick out, Taylor's chalk, anything that will stick out on black fabric, use that. But I'm going to trace out the bag. Okay, kind of sort of something like this, and I'm just going to do that twice, one for the front and one for the back. Yeah, we're just going to cut these out of the fabric now. All right. Double check to see if it matches. It pretty much matches. You can always trim some off if need be. Along with the fabric sheets, I got this slightly off-white patent leather sheet to act as the Chanel logo. So we are going to cut the Chanel, trace and cut the Chanel logo out of this fabric. I went ahead and cut out these, printed out these Chanel logos. I did it on shipping label paper only because it's just, I'm extra, and it also makes it a little bit easier to trace because it sticks to the fabric, hopefully. But now I just printed 2 different sizes to see which size I prefer. So I'm going to cut these out just with regular scissors, and then I will cut out this little open space here out of an X-Acto knife, but you can definitely use scissors as well and just tape back up what you cut through. And I'm just going to look and see which logo I prefer, which I can already tell I prefer the bigger one. Yeah, I prefer the bigger one. All right, cool. Now, if you had like a cry cut machine or Cricut machine, then you can definitely like just do all this on the machine, especially this logo part. But I do not have one. But if you guys want to buy me one, then feel free. Okay, so I cut everything out except for the middle with scissors. So now I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife and cut the middle out with the, obviously, X-Acto knife. Anyway, so now I have my Chanel logo cut out, and so luckily it doesn't take up this whole thing, so I have multiple tries if necessary. So what I'm going to do now is just peel off the back of it if I can, and place it. I'm going to place it in the farthest corner that I can. just so I can use as much of it as possible. And then now, oops, and then now I'm just going to trace it. I think a pen would be better for this, just so it doesn't bleed. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then I'm going to cut it out. Just cut it. Okay. I have no idea how I'm gonna cut the middle, but we'll figure it out as we go. Somehow we are going to deal with this. I think I'm just gonna poke a hole. Please be careful. Yeah. And just use an X-Acto knife. But you can definitely just poke a hole in the center and then use scissors, which I think I will do. Relatively. It's not gonna look the most beautiful. I really did mess up the Chanel part in the middle. Oh my god. Okay. So this turned out looking like ass. It looks good far away, but close up, this part is all types of jacked up. And I got blue all over it somehow. I don't know how. But anyway, I'm going to retry this again in an easier method. But I do like the way it looks for the size that it is though. So that's good. That's a plus. So I'm going to go wash my hands off just in case I have some extra blue because that ain't coming off. And then I'm going to show you a different method of how to achieve the same look. So round 2. I printed out more just in case I mess up. So I'm just going to cut the Chanel logo out and literally paste it onto the leather. And I'm going to cut again. I'm going to try to be as smooth as possible. Then I'm just going to poke and use my tiny scissors to do the rest. Okay, this looks a lot freaking better. Like a lot freaking better. So that's good. So it's looking like this because the first one was looking busted. So I'm going to take one of the hearts and I'm going to glue the Chanel logo onto the heart as best as possible. So I'm going to use hot glue for it. I was planning to originally like sew it down like the original, but I was like, this is too much work. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and do that real quick. I'm going to try to attempt to hot glue this thing. I'm not sure how this is going to go. So I'm just going to do the top first and place it down. Because I don't want to fuck this up like at all. And I got nails on and I've never glued with nails before. So I think this is how it ends. All right, it's not crooked, so that's good. That is a sign. It's not crooked. So then I'm just gonna like flip this. See? Okay. Like that. Boom. Finished. Well, not really. Finished. It looks good. It looks pretty good. I'm sorry. This should look good. Okay. What we're going to do now is just kind of, I'm going to do actually one side at a time like I did with the logo. I'm just going to go from this side and just place a good amount of glue. I'm going to hurry because of the temperature, it's like a little, it dries a little quicker because it's so cold. Try to, you know, finagle it as best as you can. And once you do that, you just do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to do it in quarters now, only because this glue does dry really, really quick. Actually, no, fuck it. Okay. All right. So we got one side done. So we're just going to flip it over to the other side and glue that down, and then we're good to go. If I can find the other side. Now, if you want to put another Chanel logo in the back, like literally be my guest. And you can always add it later too. Just for me, I feel like having it on one side is elegant in a way. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Or maybe I'm just explaining my laziness in an artistic way. What I'm going to do is work on the actual strap, and then it should be like finished, so that's good. We have the chain. I'm going to put it on the bag first and see how long it is, because it has like these big lobster clasps, which I love, but like it's supposed to be a crossbody bag, and I don't want it to be a crossbody bag, so I'm gonna try to figure out a way to like shorten it. All right, I'm trying to see if I can just unlink something. So you find kind of where that seam is for the chain link, and then, because I'm pretty sure I can, because of how cheap the bag is in general. Usually the chain isn't that great. Oh, okay, never mind. You can still unlink it. Yeah, like literally this short is perfectly fine. So y'all see the length that I got it? Oh, I hope y'all could see also that on how I unlinked it. But if you watch my Kylie birthday transformation, the first one, then you would know. So what I'm going to do is go over here to this chain link, maybe go about 4 chain links up, and then undo the other side of the chain. But don't let this chain link go, the open one, because we're going to use that to hook everything back to the strap that I want. So I have the short one and I have the one that I want to work on. So I have the chain link I just undid to make the short chain, and so I'm going to hook it on the end of the long chain, and then place the short chain onto that chain link, and then I'm going to close it as best as possible by just like pushing it back together. Okay, relatively. So it should look like this. It's not as short as I would probably want it to be, so I'll fix it later, but it is pretty cute. So before I hook the chain onto the bag, I have this black ribbon, and I'm going to like weave it through the chain just like the original bag. I think I'm just going to like put it through like the last one, and then maybe like tie it off. Now we have this beautiful chain link. It's like freaking gorgeous. Like I freaking love it. And then we're just gonna bring our purse, and then I'm just going to hook the chain onto the little D-rings that's on there, and then it will be finished. All right, boom, done. Finito mundo. Ta-da! Alright, so this is how the bag came out. It looks so freaking good. Like, I just can't handle how good it looks. It doesn't look like the original, but it like it passes in a way that is like it's not as bad as it could have been. Like, it looks really, 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 really good. Like, I love this bag way more than I thought I would. I will, like I said in the video, shorten the chain to make it like a really mini bag, because you can still put it over your shoulder, and I want it to be like a tiny handle bag, so I'll do that like off camera. But other than that, it looks really good. The quilting looks really good. The logo looks really good. Like, just everything looks really, really good. And then it's also like on trend for like, you know, bags and accessories. It's like these tiny ass bags that you can't fit your phone in. My mom actually likes it too, so she wants a mama version, aka she wants a bigger version to fit her shit in. You know, it's a really nice simple DIY that you can treat yourself with something, and you don't have to put the Chanel logo on it. You can just get the quilted fabric and do it yourself and just have a quilted bag. But I just really like the vintage heart Chanel bag so much that I wanted to own it in my own way. So here is the self-love prompt of the day. Write down 10 things that you love about yourself. I know, very basic, but it's important to be able to recognize things about yourself, because for me, when I've done it, it's been like more than 10 things. I challenged myself to 50 things. Yeah, but you end up finding out stuff that you really love and adore about yourself that you wouldn't typically say or realize, you know? And so I think it's important to really practice being like, I love this about myself and I love that about myself. And if you want like a little bit extra challenge, then you can write 10 things that you love about yourself physically and 10 things you love about your personality, to really like mix it up and make sure that's not mostly physical and not mostly personality wise. That is a good mixture of both. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this video, and also what color Chanel bag that you might recreate this DIY in, and all that good stuff. As always, please love yourself, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 3 of 14 Days of a Teezy Valentine. Mwah!